What do you get when you combine a passionate and veteran sports writer with a wife who is a casual observer? The answer? Married to the Game. This landmark sports talk radio show discusses sports from a married couple's perspective. Married to the Game with Rory and Lakita begins right now.
What's going on, good peoples? My name is Rory Sharrock.
And I'm Lakita Sharrock.
And this is Married to the Game. Of course, we don't go anywhere without saying thank you so much for checking out our program. It really means the world to us. All of the positive energy, the feedback. We just thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
And because our mothers raised us with the utmost respect and manners.
Amen to that.
We want to make sure you truly understand that we appreciate you all tuning in to us every week.
I know I'm biased, but I think we had a good thing going on here with Married to the Game.
Of course, and that's because we have a ton of role models who inspire us.
Now, there are so many people I know personally who have impacted me throughout my career and others I admire from afar. Now, I look up to them to how they handle their business and for their professionalism.
For me, I look up to those who can sit with others like you and watch these games and sports clips every darn week. Because when I mean it's the same old thing.
Well, there's no denying that we all draw inspiration from others. But I like to think of us as trendsetters too.
For sure. I mean, a husband and wife duo talking sports. Nobody has ever done that.
And because of that, we are beyond humbled to be able to do what we do, breaking the mold for sports shows. Now, in today's episode, we toss it up with all the glamour and glitz, the history and pageantry of the Kentucky Derby.
Hats, celebrities, fashion, food, entertainment. You say it, we got it, let's do it.
Talk about breaking the mold. We go in on disc golf with a preview of the Santa Cruz Masters Cup presented by Innova Disc Golf. Now, I know you love physical challenges.
Do I? For sure. I live for it.
Well, it doesn't get any better than the Spartan Race. And we suit up for the Montana Beast and Spirit. Now, you know Married to the Game is a fine program, so of course we enjoy the fine arts. We're taking it back to Pittsburgh and talking about The Summer King, an opera based on Negro Leagues legend Josh Gibson.
We also follow up on my personal fitness journey and involvement in an adult kickball league.
We are fearfully and wonderfully made, created with plans to prosper, with hope and a future.
We're breaking the mold with a unique way of delivering sports and entertainment right here, right now on Married to the Game.
I love that sound. The call to post. Welcome to Churchill Downs in Louisville, site of the Kentucky Derby. Saturday's main event is known as the fastest 2 minutes in sports, but the 2-week-long Kentucky Derby festival leading up to the big day creates memories for a lifetime. And this is something for both of us. The Derby is entertainment for you.
Yep.
And sports for me. We both love good grub and drinks.
Who you telling?
The parties and fashion is on point for me. The Kentucky Derby is on a short list of landmark sporting events which has crossover appeal, like the Super Bowl, the Olympics, March Madness, where you don't have to be necessarily a diehard sports person to enjoy this event here. There is so much history. It's the first leg of the Triple Crown. Mm-hmm. After the Derby, it's the Preakness and the Belmont Stakes, and so much pageantry.
For me, the Kentucky Derby is like hats, more hats.
Gotta have a fly hat.
I mean, it looks like a new age Dr. Seuss story time book.
No, it's not Dr. Seuss. That's a bad analogy.
Okay, for others, for you, it's a good old fashioned show that is full of rich tradition and rural elegance. For most women, the hat is the central focus.
If I was a parking attendant, I wouldn't even let you through the gate if you didn't have a hat. Now, you may not have to have it on in the car, but I'd have to see, in addition to showing me your pass, let me see the hat on your lap.
Do trucker hats count?
No, you got to have a fly hat.
Okay. I get what you're saying. The hat's got to be colorful, large, small, big brim, all flowery, simple, or maybe a little sarcastic, like the trucker hat.
No.
Okay.
Another bad analogy.
I know you would probably get with this. For the men, it's like the traditional fedora.
It's the Italian hat. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the fedora is like typically expressed in a more subtle and effective way. But the hats are the focal point.
So you're trying to say that you want to keep the sun out of your eyes and focus on the action on the track.
Right,
so that's why you need the big brim.
That's why you need the big brim. So you can, where you can be able to enjoy the race. If you choose not to wear a hat, though, like you say, you might keep me in the parking lot.
No, you don't get in, period.
And for some, that's like committing a fashion faux pas. Did I say that right?
You got that one right.
All right. Or, for some, like yourself, is being considered indecent. Well,
you got to come correct. I mean, nobody's really caring what you're wearing if you're going to a baseball game in June or if it's week 1 of the NFL season. Just throw on your favorite team's jersey or a hat and a ball cap. When it comes to the Kentucky Derby, your clothes matter.
I get what you're saying. And, with all the air in the area, I can see where you might find yourself being charged, booked, and shot out by the fashion police like yourself, where they shoot and capture amazing photos of who and what is being worn.
Yeah.
So whether you are looking at this as a classic storytime Dr. Seuss book like myself.
No, Dr. Seuss, again, that's a bad analogy. We're just sticking here
or I got
wear
you,
some fly gear and call it a day.
I got you. A fairy tale event. Regardless of how you look at it, it's unforgettable. It's worth every second as people use the opportunity to be seen. Did you know? The Derby is one of the most prestigious race events in the world.
Yeah, it's the sport of kings. So it attracts a huge draw globally that people get their passport stamped just to go to Louisville.
It's 2 minutes of pure adrenaline on the track and style in the seats.
Yep.
Celebrities. Oh my goodness. When I mean celebrities.
Top tier celebrities, athletes, big people, they come out.
Big people pop in. Celebrities are like all in attendance. Like, it's like a swarm of honeybees.
Now that's your VIP. Forget what your local club is talking about. Man, be in the VIP section, free before 12 or whatever they say.
Who you telling?
This is the real VIP
Who you
right
telling?
here, the Kentucky Derby.
Even the British royalty. They be spotted at this event.
Yeah, what's his name? William or Harry? I don't know. They go there.
They've royal been there. Event. Mm-hmm. But, you can't touch this right here. I bet you can't touch this. MC Hammer be there, dog.
Nobody cares about.
What?
Why are you naming
What?
Talking about.
Barry Gordy then. He be there.
Barry Gordy.
Motown.
He's not going anytime. You're talking about older.
All right.
You're talking about older stuff. We need to be more current.
All right, I got you.
Barry Gordy
check this out.
Is a legend. Nobody cares about what Hammer's
Check this out.
doing.
I got you. Steven Spielberg, E.T., go home. I know. So you want me to give you a little bit more current celebrities. Kim Kardashian.
This is supposed to be, you're dropping the ball. This is your area of expertise.
Oh, well then,
if you're talking about celebrities, I'll tell you.
Everybody like Kim Kardashian.
And I'm guessing the other Kardashians will be in the house at the Derby?
Probably so. They'll make it a show event.
You know what? I'm really disappointed in your entertainment aspect of things.
My entertainment? I mean, as soon as I say Kim Kardashian, it's a hit.
I mean, I'll tell you guys like Tom Brady or Rob Gronkowski, Michael Jordan. Those are, I can name you the athletes that go to the Kentucky Derby. You're dropping the ball on the entertainers.
You can't touch this. You can't touch me.
Okay, Hammer hasn't been relevant in like 30 years. I will defer to you on the entertainment aspect and call checkmate.
Everybody know. Y'all already know. Let's go.
The Kentucky Derby is the epicenter of sports and entertainment because Kim Kardashian will be there.
Ha!
It's on my bucket list to be in the house for the Derby one of these days. Now, we've been sharing info all week on social media and will continue to do so through Saturday's main event. Now, we agree the Kentucky Derby is one huge party.
Yep.
It sets the mold for parties. But the Professional Disc Golf Association is setting a mold of its own. And one of the signature pieces in this fixture, the Santa Cruz Masters Cup presented by Innova Disc Golf. Now, this sport combines the beauty and elements of golf, minus the clubs or balls. Same setup, just play with a Frisbee.
Now, for me, disc golf was definitely an elementary school recess game that we played every day.
Well, y'all were lucky. We just did
every day.
Kickball, football, and basketball.
We also played disc golf at all family cookouts that we had at the lake on the base. To me, the cool thing about disc golf is it's easy to learn and play for all ages and skill levels.
Okay.
We used a Frisbee and would play it on a course that was sometimes challenging and sometimes just like go with the flow.
And the similarities to golf, because there is a fairway.
Mm-hmm.
And the players have to make consecutive throws from the spot where the previous throw landed.
Mm-hmm.
And you have your trees and your water hazards that you have to avoid, just like golf. And putts are scored when the disc lands in a basket.
Oh, the days. Oh, you're bringing back so many childhood memories. I remember it. The Frisbee sailing through the trees as it avoids the, branches here and there and landing in the hole-in-one. All right, I'm done now.
The Santa Cruz Masters Cup, presented by Innova Disc Golf, is one of the premier events of the season. It's been around since 1986, so they know what they're doing there. Men and women competitors will set up shop at De La Viega Golf Club in beautiful Santa Cruz, California.
This event is split up into two segments, amateurs and pros.
The amateurs hit the course this weekend with first round action teeing off Friday, May 5th, bright and early at 7 a.m. Amateurs play for the love of the game and to elevate their PDGA standing. Pros do it for all of the above, plus a handsome paycheck. The pros return to the same venue May 19th through the 21st. We spoke with Brandon Coolidge, tournament director for the Santa Cruz Masters Cup presented by Innova Disc Golf, about the outing and what fans can expect during the split action. Talk about how the sport of disc golf and the PDGA has grown over the years.
Well, as you know, PDGA is the governing body of our sport, and they're also our partner in producing the Masters Cup. They are largely tasked with the endeavor of growing the sport and seeding it at a grassroots level all across, all the way up until the professional level. Now, the Masters Cup is both an A-tier and a national tour event, both PDGA designated and sponsored events. They are a big part of why the sport has grown to the level that it has, especially in the last 5 years. I would say that chart of growth has been, dramatically steep compared to previous years. As an example, our event sells out in a matter of minutes. Whereas, it wasn't that long ago where it would take 2-3 months to fill out an event of a couple hundred people.
Well, speaking of selling out the event, tell us about this year's Masters Cup and the build-up for the event.
So, for better or worse, we've got a group of people that